No, a dream is like a river, ever changing as it flows. And a dreamer's just a vessel that must follow where it goes. Yeah. This popped in my head. Never knowing what's in store makes each. Yeah, it's a pain in the fucking ass. They constant battle. I don't know, man. I get fed up. Well, for good fucking reason. A good reason for a whole lot of people to be fed up. I can't believe the kind of lengths that people go through, like the amount that people are willing to sell themselves and sell their time versus, for like, it's almost like no reward. And what's weird is a lot of people actually almost seem to be happy doing this. Doing some like shit job, working shitloads of hours for shit pay to live in some place that's shit, surrounded by shit people, having to get up early and get home late and have no life, basically. And they're just like, everything is great. La 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 la. We're on lots of pharmaceutical drugs and recreational ones. Ha ha ha. I don't know what the hell. I guess they have better drugs now. It's like I don't know. Everything's good with Soma. I don't know, dude. That's what I need. Get some Soma. I'm gonna flip this. Is everything gonna be upside down now since I started the other way? I don't know. One way to find out. Oh, bird up there somewhere. Oh, yeah, probably can't see him though. I don't know, man. I don't know, some people have jobs that are seem kind of cool. I mean, well, for instance, there's the last place I just delivered to, it was some kind of like, I don't know, I think it says some sort of evangelical camp or something, but it looked like it was just some, the point is that there was some person there that's just a groundskeeper, and they've got a groundskeeper's residence. So they live there, and it's, pretty surroundings and stuff. And I guess their job is just to, I don't know, trim the hedges, cut the grass, whatever the fuck. When they have a place to live and probably make some money doing that, like, that's cool. And just hang out in a nice little nature setting and get paid just to, like, fucking cut the grass and trim some weeds every now and then or something. Okay, that works. Live out in the forest and some fucking shit surrounded by shit like this or something. It's an energy drink with a can cozy. Everyone's like, everywhere I go, man, it's like getting spied on. And yeah, it feels that way. Much of the time, it absolutely is that way. I'll be honest, you know, as far as the targeted individual shit, right? It's a whole lot of people in on it. But I know it's probably not like literally everyone, you know. But it gets to feel that way, though. Some people are just there because they're there or whatever, you know. And some people are just assholes because they're assholes. Not because they're specifically targeting and involved in some big conspiracy or whatever. But, however, in many instances, they are involved in some big conspiracy and targeting you. Yeah. If you're one of those people that is being followed around and stalked and targeted, yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe the truth is, here's what I would say if I hadn't had so many strange experiences for so long, and if the variety of these experiences, the type of experiences hadn't led me to believe that this was some kind of supernatural realm or false reality or some kind of shit. If I was just like more normie, like what I would have said back in the day about this shit is that they're keeping an eye on everyone, and because I'm someone who has researched like conspiracy type stuff, and I know about like the shady shit that the fucking New World Order people do and stuff like that, and I've talked about it, things like that, I'm followed and watched and fucked with because of that or something. If I was thinking like a more of a normie or like a entry-level fucking truther type of guy, then that's what I would think. I would think it was like, it's the government, it's the Freemasons, the fucking Illuminati are after me and they're following me. Whatever, right? But, nah, man, I think, from what I've seen, like, I think it's a little more fucking crazy than that. I think if I tilt it too much this way, it'll fall over. Yeah. No, I mean, a lot of stuff doesn't make sense about this world, you know? I mean, how... Honestly, if you really think about the specifics, the details, and the how of just about anything that goes on in this world, if you really go in depth and think about it, like a lot of the shit doesn't add up. And I mean, just pick almost any item in your house, look at it, think about the fact that we're told that there's over 8 billion people on Earth. When you're thinking about it, think about all the individual components that go into the creation of that, and how many human and material resources and how much time and effort would go into the creation of that, of enough of those items to fulfill the needs of over 8 billion people. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Yeah. Human and material resources for the processing, refining, manufacturing, distribution, packaging, blah, 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 sales, advertising, on and on, right? Boggles the fucking mind, dude. And then when you think about how much stuff actually is manufactured versus the actual need, when you start to think about like how much, I mean, like you've got a TV, you've got a big flat screen TV probably. He's got a flat screen TV. She's got a big flat screen TV. Everybody's got a big flat screen TV. Every store you walk into, they got a bunch of them for sale. And all the ones that aren't up front are stacked in the back. And then there's more in a factory and more in a warehouse and more are being manufactured as we speak. But everyone's already got one or two or three or four or five. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. But if everyone went out tomorrow and decided, I'm going to buy another big screen TV, there would be plenty for everyone. And plenty left over for everyone to do it again and again and again and again. Why is that, right? How is that, for that matter? That's just basic weird shit, you know, that people don't think about. I don't point out, I've mentioned this before in some previous rants, but check us out. Next time you're in a parking lot, parked in a parking space or whatever, look around. The parking spots appear to be about the same size, right? And you'll see a motorcycle in one parking spot, and he doesn't look like he has that much extra space off on the sides to get off and on the motorcycle and so on and so forth. Another one, there's a little compact car. Another parking spot, there's a big old, car like this, freaking, land boat or something. Another car, there's a big, huge pickup truck. Another car's got a big Amazon truck or a FedEx truck fucking parked in it. Big camper van over there. There's fucking, big, huge cargo van, on and on and on. And everything seems to fit in the spot. But when you get go to get on your motorcycle or you go to get in your little compact car or whatever you got, you don't seem to have a whole lot of space to get in and out of your car, and it probably is a bit of a pain in the ass to get in and out of the parking space if there's people parked beside you, right? Yeah, right? So if it's a bit of a pain in the ass to do that in a little compact car or a little SUV or whatever the hell, then how in the fuck is it that the big ass pickup trucks and the big cargo vans and the fucking U-Haul trucks and so on and so forth are able to park in the same size parking spot that causes difficulty for the person on the motorcycle to get off and on of it? Yeah. See what I'm saying? I'm just saying, right? I'll point out another thing that's a little odd. You do enough driving around, you see all of these places where there's roads. It's just like one lane road. How many times have you been on these one lane roads? Long, super long, miles long driveways that lead to a bunch of houses out in the country or whatever. Or super long, narrow roads that lead to a bunch of houses out in the country where there's only one lane, so there's not room for two vehicles to go at the same time. How many times have you been blocked by another car trying to go the other way? Get organics on sale at Whole Foods Market. Save on organic Honeycrisp apples through September 10th. Spiced apple dessert to get in the fall spirit. While supplies last, shop in store online. point out another thing besides parking spot. You ever pull in? You ever see like pull into say like an entry, kind of a narrow way to get into say whatever parking lot somewhere, small parking lot. It's got a really narrow entryway and so on and so forth. And you could be driving a small car, but it feels like your car is barely going to fit through this way in. You ever park somewhere like that? And you're thinking, shit, it's going to be damn near scraping up my car. It's so narrow, right? And then you see some big ass pickup truck that looks like a freaking monster truck drive right through there. Like nothing. No problem. Yeah. It's like the size of things adapts to the different sizes of vehicles so that people are always able to fit no matter what they're driving in the same space. That's what I'm saying. It's supposed to kind of not look like that, but if you look close enough, that seems to be how it works. It's like a video game fucking glitch type of thing that's set, to where you can, no matter what you're driving, to some extent or another, you're going to be cramped in your spot wherever it is, whether you're riding a motorcycle or a fucking moped, or you're driving a big hippie van or something, or a short bus or whatever the fuck, right? But you're still going to be able to fit in this fucking same spot no matter what it is. Damn near. Right? Somehow. Magically. Yeah. I don't know, one of the things that makes me think, that's just, a couple of little basic things that make me think it's gotta be some kind of fucking simulation or spirit realm or some kind of shit, Not, normal physical world. Well, I mean, it's similar to, like, again, I'm gonna bring up the double slit experiment. The observer effect. Just look the shit up. Particles becoming waveforms dependent upon whether or not they're being observed. Whether or not they're being observed determines whether they come out as particles or waveforms. Like when you're not looking, it's a particle. When you're looking, it's a waveform kind of thing. I think that's what it was. That or the other way around. I think it was that though. So what would that indicate to you? To me, I would say that seems like it would indicate that the answer to if a tree falls on a bear in the woods and no one's there to see it, did it happen, would be no. Which would kind of make the question irrelevant. Because it's a question about a fictitious event. Unless the observation of the bear manifested it happening, right? I guess if the observer effect works for the bear the same way it does for the person, or works for a bird in a tree the same way it does for a person or whatever, then I suppose. Hmm. You guys seen all the videos of like animals and people and stuff like that frozen in place? That phenomenon. There haven't been as many videos of people frozen in place, but I've seen them. Lots of different videos of animals frozen in place. Herds of sheep, herds of cows, dogs, chickens, birds frozen in place in the sky, airplanes frozen in place in the sky. Yeah. Again, some things that make me think simulation or something, right? A holographic projection or simulation is what we're dealing with here, as opposed to a physical realm. Because in a physical realm, an airplane sitting still in the sky drops like a fucking rock to the ground. See what I'm saying? Unless it's like a hologram or something. Not really there. And people just freezing in place, like animals just freezing in place. It's like, no, it's just a defense mechanism to keep them safe from predators. Like, really? Because it kind of looks like the shit from like Westworld when the fucking controllers of Westworld like froze all the robot people and fucking went in to work on them or something, you know? Looks like something out of like Dark City when the fucking aliens put all the people to sleep so they could change their fucking reality, you know? Well, I mean, this realm doesn't look like it looked like in Dark City, but it's more of a Westworld type of deal, I guess. Except it's a shitty fucking part of Westworld or whatever. I'd rather be in Westworld, or yeah. Or maybe the 1940s one would be cool. Or the gangster one that's supposed to be, yeah, whatever, you know. Yeah. 1920s. I think they had like a 1920s America or something too, with like bootlegger flappers and so all that kind of, yeah. Yeah, like those, yeah, those would be cool. This is bullshit. I don't know, man. I mean, is it possible that's what this place is like? That it's like a Westworld type of deal? I don't know. Well, in Westworld, it was still like a physical thing. If it was like Westworld, then like if you were gonna say that this was a physical realm and it was like Westworld kind of deal, then it would have to be that like it would have to be it's a flat Earth and Antarctica is a giant ice wall, and everything within the ice wall of Antarctica is like a fucking theme park for the fucking people that live outside in continents outside the fucking ice wall or something, and they rule the fucking world, and we're just like some kind of fucking reality show fucking theme park place for them to come fuck with us or something. I don't know. Or like slaves. Maybe that's why we manufacture way more shit than the population of the earth would ever need. Because we're building everything for them and being their slaves while they exist outside in a world where they're free. I don't know. You think? That doesn't explain I suppose that would explain animals and people freezing in place if we're kind of like biological machines or something like that. But it wouldn't explain things freezing in place in the sky if it was a physical realm, because they drop like a fucking rock. Mm-hmm. And if we're biological machines, I don't give a fuck who built us or whatever, and we have actual real consciousness and so on. Well, then we have rights, and whoever built us or put us here has a responsibility to not treat us like fucking shitty chattel slaves and wreck our lives. I don't know, man. That's one thing I don't get about like people talking about, say, God, for instance. If you want to say God created us, so we well, in a sense, you could say you created your children if you're a parent or something. Does that mean that when your kids grow up, you have the right to just smash their head with the rock anytime you want? Because you created them. I brought you into this world. I could take you out of it, and you belong to me for all eternity, and you must worship me and do as I say forever and ever. Like, does that mean that? If you think it does, then I think you're kind of sick. A lot of parents do seem to think that way, don't they, huh? I don't know, man. Guess I should go out and be chasing money or something. I don't know. I didn't even want to leave the damn shit apartment to go do the wall fart spark. I just made myself go. I need to cheer up and like try to get. I gotta try to move past my, depression and anxiety and so on and so forth, so I can get back and rebuild my ambition and try to have a more positive outlook on going out to do my slave labor or whatever, because I need to make fucking money. I don't like being stuck in the situation, but I don't know what the hell to do about it. Is they say it is what it is or whatever. It would take more people realizing that the way this system is completely fucked up, and everybody just like checking out of this bullshit system and saying fuck it, you know, for the shit to be out to get better. I mean, we need a universal basic income at the very least, and some kind of universal housing fucking right, and things like that, because it's, and I know people think of that as like some commie shit or something, but the fucking reality of the situation is we're in the age of fucking artificial intelligence and robots and all that shit, and you think people that are so obsessed and addicted and so prideful about the just go to have a job, boy, have a job. Pay is insufficient for people to live nowadays. The red tape is too restrictive for most people to even have a place to live, for one thing. And your gerb is not gonna fucking exist in like 5 years or less, because everything's gonna be replaced with fucking automation. You're gonna have self-driving trucks driving the fucking supplies around, robots stocking shelves, robots sweeping the floors, self-driving taxis, robots doing shop and deliver orders at fucking restaurants. You'd have a fucking like robot arm flipping burgers behind the fucking grill at Burger King and McDonald's, and a touch screen to order your food on. Have fucking little drones flying around the gardens harvesting the fucking crops. Yeah. And have all the fucking movies will be made by written and produced by AI in a fraction of a second. All the TV shows, the news reports, probably the politicians, everything will just be some fake fucking AI shit that the AI created in a fraction of a second. You know? That's where we're at, dude. Wake up. We gotta hope the AI shit isn't fucking turn into Terminator and destroy us all or whatever, or that it doesn't that it hasn't been brainwashed by the New World Order to fucking think like they do and create a massive dystopia for everyone. You know, kind of like the one we're in now, but worse. Now, if people would just wake up and realize that we're currently in a fucking dystopia, and that this needs to change, and realize that the fucking slavery system of the job market and the ridiculously overpriced shit and the economic system and the financial system and everything is fucked, and the government is fucked, and all this shit is fucked. And you realize that shit, and realize that this is already a fucking dystopia that's fucked up, and that needs to change. Well, if enough people woke up and realized that, then maybe that would fucking change, where people want to keep playing the same fucking games. Stupid games and stupid fucking prizes, you know? We're getting fucked over here. There's enough people that manage to build up a certain amount of comfort and stuff in the past. People with rich families, or people who got their piece of the pie when the land, when everything was plentiful, and you know. Well, I mean, I could have been in a much better situation right now if I just got my shit together when I was in my fucking teens and 20s and shit, you know? Because that was like, you know, early 2000s, it was still alright. I had to have some time where I could have done something and, you know, got my situation set up and better, you know, got into, yeah, there were still things that you potentially could have, I don't know, maybe I could have built up enough money, high enough credit score, whatever, had more, you know, connections, social connections, maybe found a wife or something, been able to get a place to, you know, buy a house or some kind of shit over years and years. You really though, you kind of had to do it. I don't know. I don't even know if that's true. You would have to do it by like the 90s. Because there was a huge increase in the affordability of housing from like the late 90s to like after 2001. It just went through the roof. Okay. Huh. Is that a trail there? I don't know what the heck the deal is with that. I'm just kind of sitting here fucking looking out at the river. Ranting a little bit here. Probably gonna have a file that's the size of 20 full-length movies or something now. Need a different type of camera program so I can turn the fucking goddamn resolution down to something that's not so ridiculous. I don't need to be filming in fucking 27K or some shit, you know. 20 million K. It's more 3D than 3D, bro. It's fucking 5D, bro. 5D video. The fuck, dude? Like, I'm fine watching shit in 360p. I don't give a fuck. I grew up with damn rabbit ears and aluminum foil on a fucking TV, black and white and shit. And get up and turn the dial to turn the thing up or change the channel. You got TVs with such high definition, every time I look at it, it makes me fucking dizzy or something, because all the fucking little micro movements of the camera fucking it looks like shit, in my opinion, compared to like lower resolution. Looks better than the higher resolution, in my opinion. I think the point of the higher resolution is so that all the subliminal messaging and fucking brainwashing that they insert into shit works better. Yeah. Maybe that's why I haven't been as brainwashed. Because I went from having like old ass 480 fucking CRT TV to a similar resolution of the projection TV to using a projector with low resolution to watch fucking shit as a TV for years. To, you know, pretty much always having stuff in resolution of about 480 to maybe 720 occasionally, but. And it just. Of course, I didn't watch the news or any of that bullshit because it's all full of shit and it pisses me off. I don't like people just sitting there lying to me and my family and trying to hurt them with the fucking lies. I don't know what the deal is with the dude in the truck. He's just like circling. He'll sit there and park like he's with his vehicle facing me, like looks like he's staring or something. And then he loops back around and goes over to the parking. Oh, maybe he wants me to fucking drive away so he can come get this parking spot and sit in front of the river like I am. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, they should clear this fucking crap out here. Clear out the weeds in this area, the low level, and expand the parking here for more cars to be able to park, to be able to look right at the river. It's kind of a duh. I don't know why the hell they ripped out the perfectly good deck that was there. They did that in like 2020 when they announced the fake fucking thing that happened around 2020. You know, the Halloween ball that everyone had to play along with for years and people are still playing along with now. Everybody wears a mask. We all wear masks, metaphorically speaking. I don't know, dude. I guess I should probably go try to chase down more money. Well, these orders I've been seeing haven't been great. The only reason I took the last one was, well, because a lot of them have been like kind of high miles. Money's not that great for the miles. It hasn't been terrible, but not great. Or they got fucking shit where they could just have, they're trying to load me up with too much shit. They had one they tried to offer me. They said it was like $58. I was like, hey, that sounds good. But I don't remember how many miles. Miles wasn't that great. And said there's 20 orders. It's a pain in the ass to even keep separate, especially depending on the amount of items. And you gotta recognize that nowadays, because of the stupid commie area I'm in, they got paper, everything's in fucking shitty paper bags that just will rip in a second, you know? You gotta have something to carry the fucking shitty paper bags so that the shitty paper bags don't fucking rip and spill shit all over the place or break something, you know? And order for 20 people in a fucking car. I'm not driving a fucking UPS truck or some shit, dude. I'm driving a fucking car here. It's not a tiny car by any means, but it's pretty spacious as far as cars go, but it's not something that I can easily separate and sort out fucking 20 goddamn orders in. That would have taken hours and hours to complete to begin with, and that fucking, yeah, that wouldn't turn out to be good money, really, you know. Plus, that not only do they fucking have shitty paper bags, and you're lucky if you even get those, but they don't even print out labels to put on all the fucking bags. What they do with the labels is they'll have like one label or something, maybe two, and they'll just stick it on the side of their basket that they carry bags in, so that when they're bringing it out, they supposedly know what goes to who. And each of those baskets will have, I don't know, 5 or 6 bags or something in it, maybe, or different items. So there's not enough labels to label all the items to know what goes to who. And then you're supposed to load this shit up in your car. If it's like 20 fucking orders and there's multiple bags and not everything has a label, how the fuck are you supposed to sort what goes to who? You know? It's like, be a serious pain in the ass. And the GPS fucking went to shit recently. I don't know what the hell they did to the Google GPS. MapQuest fucking sucks too. But well, they're doing stupid shit. They're making it so that names of cross streets and even the name of the street you're on just disappear, and it just shows you a line, and it doesn't want to show you the address of where you're going. It'll just be like, turn left in 500 feet. And you'll be passing, there's like fucking 10 different driveways, and it doesn't even tell you the address of the fucking place you typed, the address you typed in. You're just supposed to magically have that memorized the whole time you're driving there or something. Or go back and exit out of the GPS app to look at the fucking address so you can start looking at mailboxes for the tiny fucking numbers that may or may not even be there to fucking show you what the goddamn address is, what driver you're supposed to pull in, right? And then half the time it'll turn the map fucking upside down or sideways on you and won't fucking straighten it out. So you're like, what the fuck? And be alerts popping up on your phone trying to distract you from the directions and shit, and you're having to fuck with one map app and another map app, and none of them fucking work, you know? It's like shit. I'd have better luck, like the way the GPS app, the apps are working lately, man. I'd have better luck finding my way around with a paper map. If paper maps had like details about addresses and stuff on them. The only problem with that is the way a lot of the streets are designed is fucking retarded. Like there'll be 10, 20 different streets in different locations with the same fucking street name, miles apart, separated from one another. Or else you could just manually find the place without GPS pretty easily. As long as an address is actually fucking listed on the damn building or out front of it. Except when there's like, you know, 5, 6, 10 different park drives at, you know, as many different locations scattered all over town, and there's another 15 or 20 fucking Russell drives and Russell streets all around town, and so on and so forth, you know, shit like that. Airport road over here, got a different airport road 10 miles over there, you know. Just, yeah, that's fucked. That makes it hard to fucking navigate your way around without having GPS coordinates and shit. When the GPS shit's fucked up, it don't work with this shit anymore. It tries to take command. They made it so it doesn't fucking integrate with the goddamn map. It needs to integrate with the map, show you the names of the streets and the cross sections and everything that's around where you're at, so that you can fucking navigate your damn self. It's trying to take control of navigation completely away from the person actually doing the driving, is what it's trying to do. That's what they're doing. And that doesn't work because it's fucked up. Their mapping is not fucking accurate. Civilian GPS is not fucking accurate. They don't let civilians have access to government level GPS. No. Yeah, we don't get the military GPS. We get the fucking civilian GPS that's like intentionally made inaccurate and fucked up, basically. But it wasn't so fucked up that I couldn't find my way around as much as it is now. It's like, fuck, dude. Shit'll get straight up, get you super lost. I'll tell you, like, when I drive towards, fucking, I don't care. When I drive towards Sweet Home, when I have something to drop off in Sweet Home, there's this back road I'm heading to Sweet Home, right? And I'll drive, there's this farm that you go past where the people are, I don't know, growing a bunch of blueberries and shit, right? And it tries to tell you to turn off into this farmer's, like, private property, that's a faster route into Sweet Home. Like, what? I mean, could it be possible that this guy's got some super long fucking driveway that goes into fucking Sweet Home or something? Maybe. But that would be fucking weird. I mean, kind of. Must be some big mega corporation or super duper rich people that fucking have a driveway that fucking long. On some kind of mountain road that they own. On that, have that much fucking land, like, damn. Have their own private road that goes all the way that far, like, fucking seriously? Maybe the GPS is right. With locked gates, though. Yeah. Or maybe they got like a special dimensional portal there in their farm somewhere that you just drive through that and you poof, you're in good sweet home all of a sudden. I guess. It's a teleportation fucking portal or something. I can't imagine how the hell that would go into fucking, like how that could even work. I don't. Is it possible? I guess, but it seems highly unlikely. But some farmer just has a fucking like 10-mile long fucking gravel road that goes all the way into Sweet Home and takes some kind of shortcut or something, cutting through a mountain. I don't. It's possible, I guess. There's some serious fucking money to fucking have that be a thing. Yeah. Unless he's struck oil or natural gas in his fucking property or something. I don't see how it would, or something like that. It'd have to be some shit like that to have money to be able to fucking have that long of a fucking, private road or something from your place. And to have all that land and, stuff to begin with on top of it. Maybe it's like BlackRock owned Blueberry Farm or something. Fuck if I know. Who knows, dude? Fucking Vanguard blueberries. Like, what? You don't believe me about fucking AI and robots and shit? Hey, look it up, dude. Look into it. The stock market even is controlled by motherfucking AI basically now. You think you can just go be a stockbroker on the fucking Wall Street? You're gonna have a chance? Look up Aladdin AI. Yeah. There's like 2 or 3 corporations basically that own the vast majority of everything on the fucking planet. Land, corporations, just properties, everything. Uh-huh. Yeah, dude. They own the land, they own the buildings, they own the fucking they have the ownership of the resources. They have they basically own the fucking governments and the militaries and all the corporations and fucking like everything, dude. Everything with stuff. Yeah, dude. It's a big club. And you're not in it. You and I are not in the big club. You know? If I was trying to come up with some kind of logical reasoning of this being a physical realm overlooking the strange supernatural crap and the weird things that point, the alterations of reality and the things that point to this being some kind of a simulation or thought form realm or something. Overlooking that, then I would have to say that it's like ancient royal families, super old money that just fucking bought up everything. And the people you see that have big fancy houses and so on and so forth, or super high paying jobs and all that, that's the you missed all the geese. That's the children, nieces, nephews, aunts, uncles, cousins, so on and so forth, of the people that fucking own everything. Yeah. But not all of them. Some people are just left out, even if they do have the bloodline, even if they are in the bloodline or whatever, they're still just left out. Cut out, don't have any of the fucking connections and resources. Oh, hey, I've got a couple of cigarettes left here. Lucky Strikes. I guess I'll have one of those. Might as well. I've been vaping, haven't had a cigarette in a while. But yeah, yeah, people act like it's crazy, but I mean, think about it, dude. Not that long ago, like if you look back at World War I, right? It looks like the power structure of the world changed drastically. Like some new group fucking appeared on the scene and just conquered every fucking empire on Earth and rearranged and reordered everything, right? Between World War I, World War II on into today, it looks like that's what happened, right? Because you have like all these old empires, Ottoman Empire, Khazarian Empire, you had the the Moors, you had the fucking on and on. Prussian Empire, the fucking God damn it. Austro-Hungarian, Russian, White Russian Empire, And of course, you had old Chinese Imperial Empire. The Emperor of China, the Emperor of Japan, so on and so forth, all this shit going, across the world. Then you had a bunch of you had African kings, you had the old British Empire, etc., 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 right? And if you look in those places, those royal families and their bloodlines still exist, and they're wealthy as fuck. But aside from the British and the papacy, those people, you don't ever hear about any of them for the most part. They're just paraded out like celebrities, as though they're just a quaint figurehead of, playing a character in a Disney cartoon or something. But they're still so massively wealthy. They still own fucking massive amounts of fucking land and resources. You think they don't still have little private armies and guards and throne rooms and so on and so forth, and they just don't still have their fucking castles and all this sort of shit, right? How would you prevent something like what happened to, Louis and Marie Antoinette and so on, right? Well, create a fake system, create fake systems all over the world, right? Governments with fake figureheads, so that if the people ever did rise up in rebellion, they would rebel against something that wasn't even really in power. They would just be rebelling against a figurehead that could simply be replaced with another figurehead, and the real fucking ruling power behind the fucking scenes would remain in power forever. You see what I'm saying? No, I mean, it looks pretty clear that some of them legitimately got fucking taken out back in World War One and shit like that, right? But I mean, maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Look like some did. That don't mean everybody really did. You know? I mean, think about it. There's still remaining members of like the old imperial dynasty of old imperial China, and Japan still has an emperor. Britain still has now a king, right? Who is supposed to be ruling over the UK. You still have, the areas of be the old Roman Empire. You still got the old the Holy See. You've got the old other old sections. You got Western, Eastern Roman empires. You got the freaking the area in Spain, right? There's a king or emperor or whatever that rules over, that has power over in that area, which was once part of the Roman Empire. And then you have actually Romania. In Romania, you've still got like the Orthodoxy. And a sort of a type of a papacy over there, where they have their head, right? And then you got other, yeah, it just goes on and on. There's So who's to say that who's to say that World War One and World War Two and all that wasn't just kind of a shift? Not necessarily a destruction of the old empires, but a shift in the way that they were ran and a restructuring of things. To kind of like put on a show to protect the people in power and the resources and so on, to make it so that people kind of, well, I mean, yeah, who's to say that the real leaders of the world didn't decide that they'd be safer if they were the man behind the throne instead of the man sitting on the throne in the public eye, you know what I mean? And the rest of the people that say their government and all these laws and so on and so forth is just a fucking show that they put on to keep us distracted and so on and so forth, right? To make real rebellion basically impossible, because you could never rebel against some, people can never truly successfully rebel against a thing that they don't know that exists, And if they ever tried, they could just, they take control of both sides, we could, remember like, what was it, not the Twilight Zone, it was, Outer Limits or whatever. We control the vertical and the horizontal, right? You heard of like the two sides of the same coin, like maybe it's all just a big show that's put on, and to keep it, they keep everyone from knowing what the fuck is really going on, so that it would make any sort of resistance impossible. Because it would be like if you go try to take down the leader or something, you're really just whacking the gardener or something. And the real king's in the back room laughing and roll out his clone tomorrow. Yes, sir, right away, sir. Yeah, we'll simply put Jeffrey in power. Jeffrey? Yes, sir. Yes, you can stop shining my shoes now. You will be the new figurehead for my empire. Yes, sir, right away, sir. Right? Very good, sir. Would you like some more brandy? Oh, yes, bring it to me, Jeffrey. I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, think about it. Around the same time of like World War I and all that shit was going on, the same time they were all at the fucking fiat fucking currency. Take over the Western world with the fucking fiat paper currency. And between World War I and World War II, they seized fucking gold, silver, and so on and so forth. Basically, natural resources, land, fucking lots of shit, right? They took the wealth of the people and the land and power, created new legal systems and things like that. You look at stuff like Black's Law. It's like a fucking, it's almost like Slytherin tongue or something. They take words and redefine them to mean something else, so that something that sounds like it's spoken in English or something is misunderstood by anyone who hears the words. because there's different definitions for the words for the Black Law Dictionary. They created a whole new language that sounds like English but isn't. So when they're talking about things, normal people don't know what the fuck they're talking about because they're speaking a whole different language that uses the same words in with a different meaning. Getting us to consent to our own fucking enslavement and stuff, basically, and to just not even realize the situation. But again, it seems a little more grandiose than that, honestly, even. But that would be... If it wasn't for all the weird, seemingly supernatural stuff and the weird, like, Matrix glitchy type of shit, then that would be my... And you know, then I would say that would be my, my theory. But it's almost like whatever's running this shit would have to be some kind of fucking, I mean, the level of organizational, the level of secrecy and organization and so on, and to how all this fucking shit come together over such a long time, and the level of fucking, the speed of manufacturing and efficiency of the organizational skills of the manufacturing, distribution, the organization, mobilization of fucking forces, and so on and so forth, is on a level that is crazy. And it would, I mean, it's like it would be difficult to pull off if you had an army of like 1,000,000-year-old vampires or something working together. You know, it's like some super secret society of 1,000,000 vampires that took an oath of silence or something, you know. It would be like... You got a camera on it? A fucking smartphone or something? Sorry, I got distracted by a guy with a freaking radio-controlled car. I think he's driving it from inside his pickup truck. Either that or somebody's got a very long-range fucking remote for the shit. I don't know how to get out of here. I guess I should be trying to make money. It's almost like fucking 7. There's not hardly any time before it's gonna be dark. I'm gonna fucking probably make like 1 or 2 more deliveries if I want to make any more money. Oh, then it's fucking done for pretty much. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. Doesn't work very well. Fucking ridiculously long, stupid ranting. Yep, still fucking going. Yeah. I'll have to really slow roll out of here. This guy's still playing with his RC car from inside a pickup truck here. I don't want to run this thing over. Make sure I'm not gonna run this freaking thing over. I'm tempted to just fucking go. Okay. Sorry. Didn't see. I was looking all over the fucking place. I don't know, there's some areas where there's like kind of unclear, like fucking 6 and 8 way intersections and shit like that, you know? Or the signs or the stop signs and things are kind of off to a fucking weird angle, so you can't tell where the fuck they're. I don't know, man. Oh, great. Now this guy's riding my ass at some little bit of speed here. I got the sun, like, blinding me in the window. It's almost like there's smoke still in my... It's crazy when people go freaking, like my window's all fucking steamed up or some shit here. Just a couple of cigarettes earlier. I don't know how 2 cigarettes fucking steamed up the window so much. Somebody kind of riding my ass now. I don't know, I'm just like... I got all kinds of working theories of what's going on in the world or whatever, but I think it's a lot stranger than what your normal person or even your average like conspiracy theorist type person would think. And even though the one that I most recently described, I think that fails to explain certain aspects of this place. Like even some super powerful, I mean, more information would come out, you know, one way or the other than what has come out. And you imagine such a large number of people being involved in some kind of fucking diabolical shit like that, just wouldn't even make fucking sense, man. Unless it's like a whole other fucking species that isn't even fucking human. Or it's like some fucking, I don't know, there's another crazy ass theory. Maybe different subspecies of human, like previous, I don't know, Cro-Magnon, Australopithecus, some shit, some older, you know, pre Homo sapien or whatever. Maybe they were lurking in the shadows and their population numbers got down low, but they were super smart and had longer lifespans than the rest of us, and they were able to blend in, and they all work together, and they have like their minds work differently. Maybe they have I don't know, more physical and mental abilities, or who fucking knows, and they're able to like really good at keeping secrets and working and freaking, you know, working on things over long times and being super organized, and they just like worked for a long time to retake the planet from the Homo sapiens that outnumbered them or something, you know? Who fucking knows? Right? There would be another weird fucking, you know, just random. I just toss out like random things. I try to like wargame, like think of like what could be like possible, even if it's really weird shit, you know? I don't know exactly what's what. Just theories, you know? And there's some evidence to back up I could find, you know, piles of evidence to back up all sorts of different theories. But I'm not willing to just say, oh yes, this has got to be it, because look at this and that, you know? Because you can find evidence to back up almost any fucking theory. If I looked hard enough, I could probably find evidence that an ancient purple dinosaur named Barney plotted to take over the Earth, and yeah, right? Who knows? Alright. Okay, I need to turn this shit off now.